Good evening. My name is Betsy Bishop. I am the president of the Vermont Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to welcome all of you to the 49th Annual Citizen of the Year Dinner.
When you are successful in business, and I know we all hope that one day we're going to be as successful as Tony Pomerleau, what you know is that you can use that success in two ways: to enrich yourself or to enrich your state, and to enrich your neighbors and your friends. And Tony's chosen the second path, to being sure that he takes care of those who took care of him and his family is really the example of how to be an entrepreneur and how to be a citizen. Congratulations to our Citizen of the Year, Tony Pomerleau.
We begin this evening with a surprise welcome processional for our guest of honor. Tony has supported each one of these organizations in their work and in their vision for the state of Vermont. I would now like to ask you to direct your attention to the center aisle in the room. We welcome Mary Burns and the Greater Burlington YMCA to the ballroom. Please now welcome Joan Calderara, Anne-Marie Bolton, and Kristen Bolton, representing the Vermont Disaster Relief Fund. Representing St. Michael's College this evening, please welcome Nora Moore, Senior Class President, and Ben Gruner, Senior Class Officer. Please welcome Sergeant First Class James Green and members of the Vermont National Guard. Please welcome Hattie Johnson, Ted Kessler, and Debbie Kessler. Please welcome Martha Maxim, Teresa Alberghini, and John Cronin, representing the United Way of Chittenden County. Representing Burlington Parks and Recreation, please welcome Nancy Bove, Maggie Legours to the ballroom. Please welcome Coralie Holm and President Christine Plunkett of Burlington College. And I now ask you to please stand and give a big round of applause to welcome the 2012 Vermont Chamber Citizen of the Year, Antonio B. Pomerleau. Some people have said that Tony and I are like kindred spirits because, as Ernie knows, and most of the Pomerleau family knows, that I can be Tony too.
Despite a few cruiser accidents, we've been in business for almost 150 years, 148th year coming up in 2013. Tony's been around for all of them.
So, Tony, you done good. And the only thing I would say, would you like to double down? Or maybe raise it to 100.
Thank you, Tony. Now, if we could only teach you to tell a story. Congratulations.
You're all well aware that Alaska is our 49th state of the Union. But what you may not be aware of is the fact that it was Tony Pomerleau, along with William Seward, that brokered the deal for that.
Tony and I have a little bit in common. We both grew up Catholic schools. The first time I think I met him, he said, "You go to church?"
But that's not the only awards that he's won. Clearly, back in 1900, Teddy Roosevelt nominated him for Man of the Century.
From my vantage, Tony enthusiastically bets on the next generation, and he puts his money where his mouth is.
Tony is homegrown and self-made. Through his perseverance as a young salesman in New England and Vermont to his incubation of wildly successful real estate, development, and insurance businesses, he has never yielded in his efforts to give back to the community at every turn.
But it's not the money that touches my heart about this wonderful man. It's his honesty, his sincerity, his compassion, his storytelling, his sense of humor.
Thank you not only for rebuilding their homes, but moreover for rebuilding their lives. That's what this is all about, and you knew that when you did this.
His commitment to community, but most of all, his love of children.
My dear friend here, you know, MC a lot of time, and he always like me, like that. That's why, Baba, you were never a chief and I was in charge. Are we about even now? And I always say, everything has a time limit except me. And I'm a father and kids. I know I had 4 kids then. If I thought I was going to have 10, I probably wouldn't have came home. I don't mean that, Alice. So thank you very much. I think very much. And I appreciate everything that you people do. But I'm still working for a living, and I'll still be here. See you at my 100th anniversary from now, 5 years from today.
I want to thank all of you for being here and being part of this. And once again, please join me in a wonderful round of applause for Mr. Tony Pomerleau.